into. Blue moon, kind of mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. Do you need to fix it? Talking bullshit. It's hard to see you when your eyes look dull.
Good morning and welcome to Fishing with CJ again. Today something again different. We've come down to the foreshore, do a bit of foraging, push a net for some brown shrimp and see what else we can find. It is a little early in the year, I think, so I'm not anticipating that we're going to get a load, but we'll get enough to make a sandwich maybe. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. It's bright and early. You can see the sun. The sun is behind me there, just up. A lovely morning, a bit chilly, but a lovely morning nonetheless. One of my viewers said that to look out for the fig tree that was in Five Mills Village, because that was in his grandfather's back garden. I wonder if that's the tree there. Not sure if that's a fig tree or not. A bit hard to tell this time of the year when there's no leaves on them. But it's the only tree that I can see around here. But that's amazing, isn't it? To that link to the people that used to live here in the old Five Mills Village, which I think has been abandoned since about 1940s, when it was evacuated so that it could be turned into defences. A few doggy walkers down here, early doggy walkers. It was blowing quite hard last night, but it's an offshore breeze, so I'm hoping that it's not coloured the water up too much, because we will put a camera onto the net so that we can view what we're catching. At least that's the plan. And there's the tide out. Ooh, long way out. It's big tides at the moment, as the full moon portends. Hopefully that helps concentrate the target species. A few hardy dog walkers down there. Billy Bob was a bit disappointed that I didn't bring him with me, but I can't keep an eye on the dog while I'm out fishing a net in the sea. Oh, it's going to be a bit sloppy out there actually. A few waves. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's get the net constructed, get it out of the water, and start pushing for them shrimps. Interesting effect here. The water actually comes underneath the shingle and creates these little quicksand pools. So I don't know if you want to step in them, but they're quite soft. That would I don't think it's dangerous enough to actually that you'd end up sinking up to your neck in it, but you do have to keep an eye on them, because they do catch you unawares. It's an early morning tugboat operating in the harbour there. I don't know what he's doing. Looks like he's dredging something. Right, get this net set up and let's get pushing. Right, it's just been pointed out to me by two lady dog walkers that actually today is the spring solstice. So first day of spring, and the day that the days are as long as the nights. So from today onwards the days get longer. Fantastic. And here we go. Let's see how we get on the first day of spring. Happy New Year to those of you that believe this is the start of the new year. Did some adjustments to the net yesterday because the bottom bar was slightly warped and so was bending up at the ends. So the last time we did this, which was probably about a year ago, we lost a lot of shrimps because it wasn't picking the ones up on the outer edge, we were only picking them up in the middle of the net. So hopefully that might make a difference. We're not going to be able to go as deep as I like to go because it is a bit choppy. You might be able to go a bit deeper out by the arm there. Not so choppy there. But I don't want a wave to come over the top of my waders, for sure. So, hard work this. Definitely earn your breakfast. Ooh. Also don't want to wave, take my legs out from underneath me, actually. I don't know if the shrimps are going to be here where it's so choppy. They might not like it. But we'll see. We will see. Whoa! Yeah, I don't want to go much deeper than this, I don't think. We'll push halfway, come up and see if we've got anything, and then do a leg between there, halfway and the pier, and the arm. Yeah, I think the underwater camera's not seeing much. The water's quite cloudy. These waves are whipping up the sand. Yeah, I don't want to get pushed out too any deeper than that. The shrimps might like it like this, they might like it stirred up because it disturbs the food for them. Who knows? We'll find out in a minute when we come ashore. Woo! We'll maybe do this again in a month's time and see what a difference a month makes. So we'll do it in April, end of April maybe. And that seems to be functioning well anyway. See if it's caught anything. Oh, we got some. We got one because I've seen it. Okay, so we've got a few shrimps here, but they're all a little bit small. Let's go on shore, but I want to show you this. This is a weaver fish, and you get a lot of those down here, and they are particularly unpleasant because they bury themselves in the sand and project their dorsal fins above the sand, which are spikes which have venom in them and give you a very, very painful sting. I do see the ladies down here swimming most mornings, and I do tell them just to be a bit cautious when they're out on the sand, and to wear booties, because I'm led to believe, well, I did tread on one I think when I was a kid, and it was excruciatingly painful, but I think fortunately for me it didn't properly envenom me, and so the venom flushed out. But this is said weaver fish, so I'm getting him to put his dorsal fins out. I'm not touching him without gloves on. See on his back there's a little black fin that's laid flat at the moment, but it's a little black flag, and trust me, if you step on that, you're in a whole world of pain. So that's a weaver fish. Make sure I'm getting that on the film. And they come in a bit bigger than that. Oh, there's his fin up now. See the fin sticking up. Yeah, that's it. A nice view of it there, sticking up, and you can probably see the spines in there. As I say, you don't want to be stepping on that. So let's get him back in the ocean where he belongs. We're going to get rid of all those little shrimps because they're all a bit too small. There was a few little these little whelks in there. Again, I'll look them up and tell you what they're called. So there's a lot of whelks here. Swim, see if he buries himself in the sand. See how he's buried himself in the sand? So that's how they lie, buried in the sand, and that little flag is projecting there, I think. So to the unwary without shoes on, step on that and a whole world of pain. So we did get a few there, but they were only little. So we'll do a little bit further pushing along up to the arm here, and I think we'll call it a day, because I think probably we are a couple of weeks too early. We'll continue this video in a couple of weeks' time on a nice calm day when we've got more chance of getting ourselves a shrimp sandwich. So here we are coming up into the east arm. Used to be a set of steps down at the back there, but they've gone. Yeah, it's I think it's seen better days. One wonders what they'll do when it starts to collapse. I mean, they repaired it the other day, or last year, when the ferry hit it. Sort of lost fishing tackle, net and what have you, wrapped up in the stanchions there. A few mussels on here. Oh, is that an oyster? Ooh, careful, you can get deep there. It is going down. Yeah, there is an oyster there. Oh, there's a couple of oysters, in fact. Yeah, a few oysters on there. Just make sure I'm not going out of my depth here. See, these are oysters. So you've got mussels, you've got oysters. Oh, got another weaver fish. And I've got a couple of small shrimps, but nothing really to go in my shrimp sandwich. Oh, that's not a weaver, that's a goby. So there, you got a little goby there. So it's not to be confused with a weaver fish. It's not a weaver fish. It's some sort of sand goby. Yeah, but no shrimp sandwich for me today. They're all too small. Yeah, they're all too small. So we'll put them all back. Let that little goby go back as well. Goby, go back. Oh, there's a lure there. Am I going to be able to get that? How deep is this here? Lead. Lead and a lure. Ah, there we go. So, little lure and a lead. Always nice to find free tackle. Right, well, we will come back and we will do a second half of this video, but we'll wait a couple of weeks to do that. My hands are absolutely numb. Here we have Seaford Bay. There's the evidence of a little beach drama. There's obviously, it's like a razor clam or some other clam that's got washed up there, and you can see where the seagulls have been working at it to get themselves their breakfast. Yeah, it is a place that's full of life, but it can be a hostile shore, I guess. Here's something that I don't recognise. It's some sort of winkle or oceanic snail, I assume. Yeah, I don't recognise that. I'll have to look that one in the book. But, yeah, unusual. Well, that was a little bit disappointing, but to be anticipated. We are a little early. We'll do a second part of this video a bit later on. So in the meantime, well, we'll see you for part 2 of this video in a couple of weeks' time. Thanks for joining me so far on this bright, brisk March morning. Yeah, catch you on the next one. Good morning and welcome to Fishing with CJ on the Foreshore. Now we've been down here a couple of times, came down here a couple of months ago pushing the push net and it wasn't very successful, so we decided we'd come down again a bit later, which is what we're doing today, and we pushed the push net along the shore here just to really see what sort of micro species we pick up in the net. Not anticipating getting a lot of shrimps today because there's no R in the month, it's May, so the old wives will have you believe that's not a good time to be collecting on the foreshore. More interestingly, we'd like to see what micro species there are in here, so that's what we're going to be doing. So let's roll the video and see how we got on. Catch you later. Okay, let's get shrimping. Oh, the water clarity is good anyway. That's nice, isn't it? The last time I came, you wouldn't be able to see the net already. Right, we're gonna push along to the pier there, see how we've done. Can't see anything going in the net yet, but that's not always a given because sometimes you can't see them. They're very well camouflaged. Yeah, get along a little bit further and we'll be away from these little breaking waves, which will be nicer. Nice big tide today. Tide's a long way out. Whoops. Nearly went over then. That could have been embarrassing. There's some people down here with surfboards actually. I don't know if they're going to pick any surf up, but it'll be interesting to see if we get any. Could be that they're here when it's cold. And the last time I came was the best of it. There is May rot in the water, I can see it in the net. And this brown colour in the water, this is May rot. Bad May rot. Again, into a sign. Yeah, awfully bad May rot. Oh, that May rot is really bad. So the flag of spines that goes up when they're agitated. That's where the venom is. Onwards and upwards. Well, not actually upwards, but onwards and outwards. Right, the May rock doesn't look so bad here, actually. Interesting to see if the area where the May rock's not so bad, if there's more shrimps, because obviously there weren't many shrimps in that last bit. The water clarity is much better. You can see the front of the net and everything. We've got some weaver fish in there because I've just seen one. Bottom's getting soft. It's digging in. It's digging into the silt. Let's see what we've got in here. Marsh crab. It's dead marsh crab. Little shore crab, but a marked absence of shrimps. We've got a few. There's one little weaver fish, there. A couple of little shrimps. See if I can get past this muddy bit. Whoops! Yeah, there's a soft mud there. There's a mud hole past that. Get that pushing. Oh, fishing lid. Have in. Well, that was a very poor show, really. There's a few in there. Maybe boil 3 or 4 up and put them into my omelette as a token gesture. But certainly not going to be a shrimp omelette. It's going to be an omelette with shrimp. See if we can get some razor fish up and bolster the omelette a bit. Let's have a look at all these little fish. Can get these back. There we go. Tiny little sole there. Another one there, slightly smaller. I think that's a little flounder. This is that. I don't think the place, I think the flounder. There's a weaver fish there, I'm not handling it. Will probably tell me it's safe to handle them. These little jellies. But very disappointing. So I don't know if that's a sign that we're too late, or if it's just been fished out, or if it's the May rock, or what it is. But certainly not. Little hermit crab there. Let's get all these little fish back in before they dry out. Well, that was a little bit disappointing. I've got a couple of shrimps to go in my omelette. So it's not going to be a shrimp omelette, it's going to be an omelette with shrimps. I've got a few small razor clams which can also go into the omelette. But well, there's not an R in the month, and the old wives would tell you that that's not the best time to be collecting any sort of thing off the foreshore. Look at the size of that worm. That's a monster. Like one big worm, one big blow like that, yellowtail. Probably down very deep. So, lovely morning, lovely start to the day. Go home now and cook my omelette. But in the meantime, catch you on the next one. Keep safe, keep sane, keep fishing. It's quite a nice patch of sea kale growing here, which is flowering. It is an edible, but I don't think you're allowed to pick it. You've got to leave it growing. But yeah, it's interesting. Bit of spraying going on. There must be an invasive species they're trying to get rid of. Oh, knotweed, is it?
Yeah, it was all there a couple of years ago.
Oh, right, yeah.
That big trident's come to life, what it was last year.
Yeah.
Of course, when thousands of people treading it all in it, so
Yeah, quite.
decided to come back, as you can see.
Oh, yeah, I can see it there. Yeah, I can see it there. Oh,
and it's over the other side.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry, not a lot. It's, sorry? No, I didn't get enough to even see the eggs.